Round of 16 matches about to begin here in the finals area. Down here in rounds in Zone C, please welcome the national team of the Netherlands. And their opponent, the national team of Slovakia. Down in Zone B, we have a women's round of 16 match. Please welcome the national team of Poland. And their opponent, big hand for Bulgaria. And in the feature zone, Zone A, please welcome the national team of Canada. And their opponent in this round of 16 match, the national team of Switzerland. Good luck to everyone.
Women's national team of Canada against Czech Republic.
All right, folks, we've got some more great action for you about to get underway here in Zone A and the finals area. There you see the national team of Switzerland. And their final huddle before we begin play. Switzerland has a home table of the Garlando. There you see the national team of Canada. Canada will play on the tornado table. Two very strong teams here in this round of 16. Looks like we're going to get play underway on Garlando. And in this first round doubles match, Canada will be on the right throughout the match. That's Mario Iannuzzi in the forward position, Mario Rigonello at goal. And for Switzerland, Hannes Wallimann in the forward position, Pascal Salzgeber at goal. There you see Mario and Mario, the Mario brothers. And Hannes in the forward position, Pascal at goal. Again, it's a race to 40 goals. We change tables each time a team or a player scores a 4th, 8th, 12th, 16th, 20, 24, 28, 32, 36, and then 40. So every 4 scores, at least once a team gets to 4 or 8, and we'll continue to better explain it to you as the weekend goes on. And this will be our final match, I guess, here in Zone A for the evening. This is Hannes Wallimann setting it up against Mario Rigonello. I think this is one of those matches that each of these teams is so strong on their home table. The Canadians, very, very good tornado players. And of course, the team from Switzerland is going to be strong on Garlando. Two very different tables. It's difficult to be good on both of these tables. There's only a handful of players, I think, that you could put in a category of being a solid, strong, elite player on both of these tables. Frederic Collignon, Billy Pappas, Robert Atha, Kevin Hunsdorfer, I think. And firing it home here is Wallimann. Again, it's a race to 40 goals, and Hannes Wallimann gets the first of this round of 16 match. The winner of this one, of course, advances to the quarterfinals. Iannuzzi. The Canadian team, kind of a mix of Western Canadians and Eastern Canadians. And what's the difference, you ask? As Iannuzzi sets it up and looks to tie it up. That one goes wide. The Western Canadians, and then even into the province of Ontario, it's tornado country. When you get over to Quebec, it's Bonzini. But the Bonzini players Not necessarily needed here in this match, although the Bonzini players that are on this Canadian team are also quite good on Tornado. Switzerland leading 1-0. We have opened up on their home table, and of course that means that this match will end on the Tornado table. Hannes Wallimann. This is Pascal Salzgeber. Yeah, went up into the air and off the table. So we've had some clarification on at least one thing in particular. I don't think the substitution issue is going to be a problem, or we'll go over those substitution rules with you as the weekend goes on and when it occurs. But one thing we do know is you get 2 timeouts. That one blocked back into the goal. It's now 2-0. Yes, you get 2 timeouts, and that's it. Potentially, and we saw it in the last match, there could be 79 goals scored. Is that one a defensive goal for Switzerland? There could be 79 goals scored in a match. We saw it in our previous round of 16 match between Iran and Portugal. Yet each team gets only 2 timeouts. So you really got to save them, I suppose, or use them in situations that are pivotal or important. And I'm guessing most of the time that's going to be down the stretch. And now it's 3-0. We're going to get a switch very quickly by the Canadians as Originello moves forward. Januzzi back as Salzgeber finds the short side of the goal. Quick start for the Swiss. This is Januzzi. And again, one thing you can do when you're playing on an unfamiliar table, or at least a table that the opponent is stronger on, is you can manage your game. You can control tempo. You can be strategic in making sure that you put every shot on goal. Play smart foosball. And even if you aren't as skilled as your opponent, you can find other ways to make a difference. But it is Switzerland making a huge difference, opening things up as they get all 4 on their home table. And we're going to move over to the Tornado table with Switzerland leading 4-0. The Canadians will field Kane Gabriel in the forward position, Sean Lee at goal, a very good Tornado forward, a very good Tornado goalie. And they'll be going up against Thomas Ziegler in the forward position, Marcel Glaus at goal. 4-0 lead for the Swiss. Kane Gabriel will have the first scoring opportunity here in this Tornado segment. He sets up the pull shot and strokes it home. It's 4-1. And again, we're seeing it here as Gabriel finds the long hole. That when you fall behind on the opponent's table, you've got a chance to make up some ground on your table. A dominant first segment for the Swiss. But certainly this Canadian team capable of dominating on this table. Talked about smart players. Here's one right here, Sean Lee out of Toronto, Canada. Marcel Glaus. Trying to bring that pull shot down the middle. And you can tell that Marcel has spent some time on a Tornado. Pull kick picked up here by Ziegler. Thomas shooting the snake shot and strokes it home far side. Ziegler too looks like a pretty good Tornado player as he finds the far side of the goal. Got that one out there deeply. interesting when you're a coach and you're putting together your lineup. I think you certainly want to have a strong team on whatever table you're finishing on, but perhaps also you want to have a good opener. Here's Gabriel. Again, he's 2 for 2, and it's now 5-2 in favor of Switzerland as Gabriel, again, to the long hole. I believe this will be our last World Cup match of the evening here on Zoom. Ziegler again will set it up. And Lee with a nice switch and block and eventually the rebound. But starting tomorrow, 10 a.m. Central European Time, that's Greenwich +1, the quarterfinals begin. The final 8 teams in this World Cup competition. Not much doubt in my mind that tomorrow, Sunday, at the World Cup is the greatest day in table soccer. It happens every 2 years, and we're going to have a quarterfinal round for you. We're going to have semifinal, and then the final. Nice pass here by Lee to Gabriel. And again, Gabriel able to stroke it home. Kane coming out aggressive. This time to the long hole again. You've got to take that away if you're Marcel Glaus. Gabriel is not going to shoot anything else until he does. It's 5-3. This one's going to get through. Thomas Ziegler, whose only goal so far has been a really nice shot to that far side as he got it deeply to the corner. Let's see what he does here. Trying to come near side. Watch this, the near side off a man and in. 6-3. Going to 8. Goals. And stroking it home again. Here is Gabriel. As soon as one of these teams, and again, the long, that's 4 possessions, that's 4 long pull shots. As soon as a team gets to 8, we switch tables again. Right now it's 6-4 in favor of Switzerland. And if you can get to that 8th point on the opponent's home table, or any increment of 4 on the opponent's home table, that is a huge advantage. A difficult one for the opponent to eventually overcome. Blocked here by Lee up into the air and off the table, and Sean has earned the right to put the ball back into play. And Lee tried to come near side with a pass. Has it taken away by Ziegler. Thomas Ziegler of Switzerland. And the shot attempt blocked by Lee, and it spins back to Sean. And the pass along the outside wall. All right, let's see what Marcel Glaus does here defensively. Is Kane Gabriel going to shoot anything but a long? He tried to go long, sprayed it wide. Kind of a lucky goal here. As you can see, didn't execute it on goal, but it found its way in. It's now 6-5. I think really that's got to be your goal on your home table, is to make sure you're the first one to that increment of 4. In this case, the Canadians want to be the first to 8, although Ziegler is getting possessions and getting goals. So the Swiss team a goal away from a break, getting to 8 before the Canadians on their home table as Ziegler finds that hole down the middle. 7-5 in favor of Switzerland. And a chance here for Ziegler and Switzerland to steal this segment, and they do. It's 8-5 in favor of Switzerland. He gets it, and he immediately takes it out to that far corner. That's a nice read from Thomas Ziegler, and a nice start for the team of Switzerland. And we will head back over to the Garlando table. Going to be Francois Bellew in the forward position, Laurent Paquin-Marceau at goal. It is Patrick Landau and Stefan Schub for Switzerland. Swiss increasing the lead here. It's now 9-5. Bellew will shoot against Landau. Lead. Canadians in a bit of trouble here early, as Switzerland really played a strong match over on the Tornado table. Stefan Schub. And the block here by Paquin-Marceau. Patrick Landau. Paquin-Marceau will set up a pull shot. We talked about it early, how strong these teams were on their individual tables, and I think probably it's a case of the Swiss being better on Tornado than the Canadians are on the Garlando table, and so far I think that's fairly obvious, at least reflected in the existing score of 9-5, and the fact that Switzerland got to that 8th goal on Tornado before Canada did, and the fact that Switzerland won 4-0, got all 4 goals on their segment, on their home table. Continuing to play well here. They've now doubled up on Canada, 10-5. Schub takes his time and fires it to that near corner. Three matches taking place here. You can also check in on Zone B and Zone C. Zone B, it's the Netherlands versus Slovakia, and that match, of course, will feature the man who's really been the star of the weekend so far, Twan Hermans, who won the open singles, the men's singles championship, and also finished second in men's doubles with Mark Dost. And in a battle of red-shirted women down in Zone C, we've got Poland versus Bulgaria. Both of them, both teams outfitted in their red jerseys. Meanwhile here, we've got Canada versus Switzerland, and Switzerland's got to be feeling pretty good about their start. Again, you switch tables each time we get to an increment of 4. So we're playing to 12 here, and there's Bellew with a big one to make it 10-6. Francois Bellew, a very good multi-table player. We saw him on Bonzini and Tornado yesterday. We see him on Garlando here today, and we see him score to that near corner. Nice grab here by Scholl. They'll shoot again. Back on Marco and fire it home to that far side. 11-6. Another strong performance on the Garlando table. I believe they've outscored them 7-1 so far on Garlando. And Switzerland leading 11-6. It's a race to 40 goals. However, again, even if Switzerland scores this one, for example, and it goes to 12-6, the next table switch would be at 16, whichever team gets to 16 first. And all that means is Canada would then have to score 10 compared to 4 for Switzerland. And on your home table, you would think that's doable. And on their home table, the Swiss have now outscored the Canadians 8-1. After that one from Patrick Landl, they now lead 12-6. He finds that far side of the goal with a pull shot. All right, let's head to the fourth round, and this time we'll play till a team scores 16 goals. Again, it's Hannes Wallemann and Pascal Salzberger. There you see Mario Iannuzzi, the forward, Sean Lee, the goalie. There's Sean. And Iannuzzi, one of the best pro-level players on the Tornado table, and I think he's actually gone to Pro Master recently, so a master player on the Tornado table, as is Mario Aragonello. Iannuzzi fires it home near side. It's 12-7. And again, that's what this format does for you as we watch Mario hit the near corner. It allows you to come back from a big deficit. Yes, Switzerland got to 8 first, but now you have a chance, if you really perform well, if you really outscore the opponent on your home table, as the Swiss have done so far on the Garlando, you've got a chance to get back into it. You can get to 16 first. Canada needs 9 more goals to do that. Iannuzzi has that one blocked, and it comes back to Wallemann. Hannes Wallemann setting up the snake shot. Sean Lee defending. And the block up into the air and off the table by Lee is show a hole, and then right before the shot attempt, he switched, giving a different look. Watch here. Right there, it moves into that position. Wallemann sent that one right into Lee's defensive man and off the table. 12-7 lead for Switzerland, but again, a chance for Canada. That quick one blocked up into the air and off the table, so Iannuzzi 1 for 3 so far, shooting against Salzgeber. Went with a quick one here, and Pascal got in the way. Salzgeber will put the ball back into play, sends that one down the middle on goal, picked up here by Lee. Towards the goal. There's Salzgeber to keep it out. One of the nice things these days about scouting your opponents is the fact that there is probably video evidence of every single player out there. You can find, if you need to, you can scout whatever player you want to, whether it's on YouTube, Facebook, whatever. Inside Foos videos, which I highly recommend, by the way. Just head over to InsideFoos.com. Wallemann shot attempt down the middle, and you see Lee going nowhere as he makes the block off the table. And now the pass to the Fibro, Lee to Iannuzzi. And this is a team that has played a lot of big matches together. It's a team in Iannuzzi and Lee. That one, though, almost stolen away by Wallemann. So if, as you enter this event several months before, if you start studying the opponents, the different players you may or may not come up against, it has to benefit you. And all of that footage is out there and available. And back down the middle comes Salzgeber with a shot. Nicely done by Pascal as he brought it over. Came back with it into the goal. 13-7. We'll switch tables at 16. The Canadians have some work to do. Salzgeber has scored, and he has also done a nice defensive job against Januzzi when Mario's had possessions. Januzzi dances with the ball in the 5, trying to pass it along the wall, stolen away by Valiman. And angled forward, the quick shot here by Hannes, perhaps ill-advised. Grabbed by Lee. Januzzi. Each of these possessions so important for Mario and the Canadian effort, and he does find the hole here. As he set it up, didn't take much time. He tapped and he scored. 13-8. And that one's going to get knocked in by the Swiss. A transition goal here. A reaction play by Valiman. Hannes with the pass attempt. Blocked. And then just the reaction. Redirected in. It's 14-8. Been a bit of a struggle so far for the Canadians. Januzzi nicely through the lane. And Salzgeber there to make the block and take it away. When it comes to defense, especially at the highest level, there's not a lot of differences on the various tables. Defense is an intellectual thing. It's a mental thing. It's a strategic thing that you can perform on every table. So despite the somewhat lack of experience for a defender like Pascal Salzgeber, he is a good defender on all the tables. He's a good defender on his home table, and that translates well to any table. And we're seeing that. Well, there's a break for the Canadians, and they had one coming. As that pass attempt by Januzzi angles in, just sliding it by Salzgeber. Canadians back within 5 goals at 14-9. Again, we're headed for 16 before a table change back to the Garlando. Hannes Valiman. And he's able to fire that one in to make it 15-9. Been a very strong performance so far from the Swiss team. 8-1 on their home table, while also performing pretty well, down just 8-7 on the Tornado table. Januzzi. That one up into the air and off the table. Again, Switzerland just a goal away from getting to that threshold of 16 on the opponent's home table. And of course, each time you do that, it makes it easier to do it next time. The Canadians were so far behind that I believe we said they needed 9 to get there. But of course, you can only come back one ball at a time. Januzzi open to get that process started right here as he sets it up. And able to rattle that one in. Right now, Salzgeber all over the corners. And you see here, this one to that near corner, then off the outside wall and in. Januzzi's going to need to look inside if he's going to score against Pascal Salzgeber. Hannes Valiman, and we're going to call a jar here. Referee Yannick Correa calls the jar. That one awarded to Hannes Valiman, who has a chance to send this one back over to Garlando. And he does. Hannes Valiman finds a hole down the middle here against Sean Lee. It's been a tough run for Lee so far. As you see here, Valiman down the middle, and it's 16-10 in favor of Switzerland as we head back over to the Garlando table. And the spirits a little bit low over on the Canadian bench. So again, this same matchup we saw earlier. It's Francois Velou, Laurent Pacon-Marceau for Canada, Stefan Schaub, and Patrick Landau for Switzerland. And we're going to 20 before our next table change. With this format, however, you are never out of the match. It is always possible to come back. Right now, the hole very deep for Canada. They're down by 6 and they're on the opponent's home table, a table that so far the Swiss have outscored the Canadians, I believe, 8-1. Francois Velou fires it down the middle, and he has played well. Here on the Garlando table, he has the only 2 goals for Canada. The first one earlier to the corner, this one down the middle. 16-11. Again, Velou. That one looked like it wanted to stay out, then dropped in. That's not you? Stefan Schaub able to find the hole as he hits that far corner. (17-12) the score. Again, another one here. So the Canadians with 3 goals and 1 entering in the first 2 segments. But now they have closed to within 5 at 17-12. We will switch tables again at 20. Schaub. That one's going to come back to Pacon-Marceau. Laurent. Up the table, off a man and in. Canadians catching a couple of breaks. But you know what they say, you make your own breaks. Luck is the residue of design. This one was designed as a pull shot, and he got a little residue there. (18-13). Canada back within 5. Pacon-Marceau defending against Stefan Schaub. Stefan dumps it home to the far side. Nice response here to make it 19-12. (19-13) now, the overall score. Velou trying to cut the lead once again to 5 goals. Francois. And that one blocked and bounces back to Velou. And then he fires it home. So taking advantage of that second opportunity, Canada's Francois Velou finds that far side. 18-14. Big performance here from Francois Velou and Laurent Marco as they have tightened things up by scoring 5 here in this segment. 5-2, they have outscored the Swiss team. That shot down the middle on goal and in goal for Patrick Landolt. Big, long pull shot, bounced, hit the rod, and dropped in. Great replay there, really showed you exactly what happened on that play. It's now 19-15. Canadians could pick up another 1 or 2 here. They'd be in pretty good shape. Of course, they're not going to be in terrible shape going back over to their home table. The Swiss, who seemingly have been leading since the beginning with a great start and threatened to run away with things. And another break here for the Canadians. And suddenly it's 19-16. Huge performance here from Bellew and Pecon Marcon, as they have given their team a chance and an opportunity here to cut it to 2, and he does. Francois Bellew has made it 19-17. Watch here as Francois gets it and strokes it. Not sure anyone saw this coming. They have caught some breaks, but again, when you work hard, when you execute well, you're going to make your own breaks. And the Canadians have certainly done that. Atlando with a beautiful pull shot from goal makes it 20-17, but back over to Tornado we go. Watch this one. A lot of speed and a lot of length. Back over to Tornado we go. It's going to be Thomas Ziegler and Marcel Glaus on the left side. Kane Gabriel with Mario Ariganello on the right. It's a very strong Canadian team. These two guys came up on the American Tour playing together and really, right from the very beginning, seemingly were an outstanding team. Finalists at the Tornado World Championships in open doubles 2 years ago, talking about Gabriel and Ariganello. And they are interchangeable. Both can play forward, both can play goal, and Gabriel able to stroke this one home. It's 20-18. He's gone long most of the time, and he goes long here as well. Things getting exciting here in the finals area as the Canadians on their home table now, trailing by just 2. As we now move to the next threshold, we'll be on the Tornado table until someone scores a 24th goal, and a nice pass along the outside wall. And again, these two guys so familiar with each other, so comfortable playing together. They know each other's game so well. And King Gabriel continues his hot shooting, and he has cut the lead to 1. As again, he goes long. I think Marcel Glaus needs to just stick a man out there and leave it, because Gabriel now, I believe, has gone long on him 6 times in the match. Canadians have fought their way back into it, and now we're tied at 20 apiece. Great shot from Ariganello. Halfway through this round of 16 match, Switzerland got off to the great start, but again, this format allows for these kinds of comebacks, although you also have to really credit Francois Bellew and Laurent Marco with a great performance on Garlando to make it close. And now this very strong Canadian team of Kane Gabriel and Mario Ariganello, 2 master players on the Tornado Tour. Well, this one set up and stroked home by Ziegler. Didn't take much time here. He got it, gripped it, and ripped it down the middle. 21-20 in favor of Switzerland. But you get the sense, based on what we're seeing from Gabriel and Originello, and again, another long. You get the sense that when we switch tables next, it's going to be the Canadians who are in the lead, as again, Glaus just leaving him too much of a long. Marcel Glaus not making the adjustment so far defensively against the pull shot of Kane Gabriel, but it is not a shot that you see often in Europe, and especially in Switzerland. It is pin shooting country. You have a few pull shots, a few pull shooters in Europe. But certainly, I don't think you have any that are as fast and powerful as Gabriel has exhibited so far. Nice save here by Originello, who's an outstanding goalie. 21-21. Things have really gotten interesting. That one was off the table. And taken away here by Gabriel. All right. If he sits on it and takes his time and goes long, he's probably scoring. But he did not take his time. He didn't execute it. Let's see what happens here. Let's see if Glaus just kind of sticks a man out there, leaves it out there. Yes, he does. And Gabriel goes short as he came around and immediately hit the straight. We are tied at 22. It's going to sneak through. That one blocked and then kept out by Mario. Stolen away here by Gabriel. Kane able to rattle this pass through. He'll set it up looking to give Canada the lead. Gabriel tried to go inside here. Oh, Marcel Glaus with a big pull shot from goal to make it 23-22. Watch this. A lot of speed and power behind this one. Right between Originello's men. Big turnaround there. Gabriel had a chance to give Canada the lead. Instead, it's Switzerland who scores on that pull shot from Glaus. Gabriel this time Glaus out there to make the block of that long pull shot up into the air and off the table. Now Glaus does finally make the adjustment, although that one went wide of the goal, not executed by Gabriel. Looked like Glaus was out there anyway, and now Switzerland with a chance to get to 24 first. Ziegler tried to come down the middle, blocked and taken away by Originello. I don't think the Canadians can expect another effort on Orlando like they got in that last match from Velu and Pacon Marco. It would really benefit the Canadians to get to 24 first here and at least have somewhat of a lead before heading over to Orlando, and then the next threshold would be 28. The next table change. Gabriel tried to go along the wall. Thomas Ziegler can't hold on to it, and then does pick it up off the back wall. A chance to get to 24 first here for the Swiss. A quick shot far side, blocked by Originello, and rebound grabbed by Gabriel. I think if he sits on this for 8 seconds and strokes it down the middle, it's going to be there. Try to go long there, blocked by Glaus, who has made the adjustment, is taking away the long, which of course opens up other things. This one looked like it might have sprayed to the long hole. Let's have a second look. As Gabriel did get it out there to that long hole. We're tied at 23. Big shot from Gabriel for the Canadians. Let's see who will make the big play here. Although already Switzerland in pretty good shape heading back over to their home table, to Garlando. Oh, nice job by Ziegler to reel that one back in. Looking for the lead, Thomas Ziegler. And blocked him into the air and off the table by Originello. Mario's done a pretty good job defensively against Ziegler, including that one. Originello will put it back into play. We're even at 23. Pass along the near wall. Blocked, and it comes back to Mario. Remember, you only get 2 timeouts in the entire match. Oh, that shot attempt on goal. Rebound eventually picked up on the 5 by Ziegler. You've got to really use those timeouts judiciously, but you also don't want to be afraid to use them. Ziegler. That one rattled off of both posts, it looked like. Rebound grabbed again by Originello. A much bigger ball here for the Canadians than it is for the team from Switzerland. Open to pass, but Ziegler comes up with it on the 5 and will look to advance it again to his 3-rod. Knocked down by Gabriel and stolen away by Kane. Almost stolen again by Ziegler. Along the wall goes Kane. Gabriel, a chance to get to 24 first for the Canadians. As Kane sets it up and tried to bring it down the middle, it looked like. Lost with the rebound and lost it right back to Kane. This would not be a bad time for a timeout, but he doesn't need one as he strokes that one home. It's 24-22, apparently. There was a score change here. And we are going to head back over to the Garlando table. And that is the correct score, 24-22. Okay. So it was on 23 for a little while, the scoreboard, but looking at the 2 goals that Switzerland scored in that leg after getting to 20 first, Canada now leads 24-22 as we head back over to the Garlando table. And we're going to play singles. There are 2 legs of singles, just 2. You get 8 doubles matches, you get 2 singles matches. Here's one of them here. It's Mario Iannuzzi on the right side. It's Hannes Vallimann on the left, with the Canadians leading 24-22. This is a very good Garlando player here in Vallimann. Hannes sets it up, strokes it home near side. Watch here as Vallimann finds that near corner. .28 is when we will change tables next. And that one knocked back in as Iannuzzi tried to pass it. Vallimann blocked it and immediately knocked it in. Watch here, the pass. Nice reaction play, and a double reaction results in a goal. .24-24 the score now. Despite what it says there. One angled towards the goal. Grabbed here by Vallimann. It was 24-22 entering this Garlando leg, and Vallimann had scored twice. And if my math is correct, 22 plus 2 equals 24. So we are at 24 all. Scoreboard does not reflect that. Iannuzzi able to get a goal here. It's now 25-24. And that one sneaks in behind Vallimann, just simply not able to get to it. All right, for now, the official score, apparently 25-23. We'll see if there's an adjustment made here, but I believe, and I think those of you watching would agree, that it was 24-22 entering this last leg. And Volleymon able to fire this one in. There it is. It's now 25-24. As he able to fire that one in from goal. That one up the table. Both players have chances, and then Volleymon again with a 5. It's 25 all. We'll switch tables again at 28. That turned into a little bar foosball there, folks, as both players sort of just chasing it and knocking it. It was Volleymon who got the last knock. Garlando, a tough table to play on if you are not accustomed to it, and it takes a while to get accustomed to it. Can you shoot a push kick on it? Well, of course you can, but it is one of the more difficult ones to shoot my favorite shot on. Volleymon now looking to give Switzerland the lead as he sets up a snake shot, which you can shoot on every table as well. Volleymon fires it home to that near corner. 26-25 in favor of Switzerland, as the lead continues to fluctuate back and forth depending on which table we're on. It certainly makes for some exciting matches. The Netherlands right now in great position over in Zone B, as they lead Slovakia 28-14. 26-25 here. A chance for Hannes Volleymon to increase his team's lead. Very offensive table to Garlando. A lot of goal and very narrow feet. Yanuzzi able to get one of those feet on that man and then holds on to it on the 5. Steps into the forward position and looks to advance it. That one's going to roll back to Volleymon. And it's 27-25. Barely, it's 28-25. 28-25, okay. 28-25, back over to the Tornado we go. It's going to be Kane Gabriel versus Marcel Glaus. And this has been a good matchup so far for Gabriel, but it's Glaus who gets the first score. We're going to play to 32 here, which means the Canadians need 7, and now the Swiss just need 3 before a table change back to the Garlando. Pressure on that man, Kane Gabriel. Gabriel will get a chance here to cut the Swiss lead to 3. Glaus out there on the long. Oh, then the quick push kick by Gabriel. Watch here as the block on the pull shot. And then Gabriel lines up the push kick and nails it. 29-26 in favor of Switzerland. That one knocked back towards the goal by Gabriel. Kane had it already in mind what he wanted to do there. He was going to come back and immediately shoot a straight. Glaus stayed home, made the block. Marcel. That's it taken away by Kane. Let's see if Kane takes a little more time here. Value this possession. Have a look at the defense. Time it. And then find the straight hole. 29-27. Nice possession there for Kane Gabriel of Canada. As he fakes and then scores. All right, let's see what Marcel Glaus can do at forward. Trying to shoot it with the 5. Picked up here by Kane. Gabriel also will look to shoot. He's a very good shooting goalie. Likes to shoot this push shot. Puts that one on goal, then jumps into the forward position. Had it, went with a quick one. Using the left hand, up the table, off a man and in for Marcel Glaus. Who has some words for the ball after it went in. After it went off of the 5 of Gabriel and in, it's now 30-27 in favor of Switzerland. We'll switch tables at 32. Whatever player gets there first. And it looks like it could be Glaus as he makes the block and knocks it in with the 5. Gabriel looking to pass. And that quick reaction from Glaus results in a 31-27 lead. The Swiss, once again, seemingly in control here. The one saving grace for the Canadians, as we look ahead a little bit, is that this match will finish on the Tornado. And I think if you're Kane Gabriel here, you've got to have a man back there at goal. You've got to be thinking defense. You cannot allow those kinds of things to happen, as that one almost angled in. You got to think defense and then take care of the offense when you get the possessions. Glaus has done a really nice job defensively and has got a couple of reaction goals, and there's Gabriel scoring from goal as he set it up in push shot position. Then he brings it over and comes back with that little tuck to the corner. Canadians back within 3, 31-28. And the pass through by Glaus. A chance to get the 32 first and send this one back over to Garlando for Marcel Glaus. That shot attempt blocked by Gabriel. However, the Swiss still in pretty good shape. Even if Gabriel scores 4 here, scores the next 4 here, but he's not going to. Hold on a minute. No, that's it. No call made by Yannick Correa. King Gabriel was looking for some kind of a call, but it's Marcel Glaus who gets to 32. The Swiss now leading 32-28, and we head back over to the Garlando table with Switzerland leading by 4. The good news for Canada, though, is that they will have Francois Velu and Laurent Pacon-Marceau, who played so well on the Garlando earlier. They'll be going up again against Stefan Schob and Patrick Lando. We'll go ahead and do 36 here before we make a table change. And here's Velu, who has really looked good. We had him yesterday, these two in a doubles match, and they played very well. And they have played very well here for Team Canada as well. We're going to 36 here, and then we will finish on Tornado. A Tornado match would be Originello and Lee versus Ziegler and Salzgeber. So Canada really is just going to try to get as close as they can. I believe we have a call here, and that ball is going to be awarded to Patrick Lando. I think at this stage, it's really how far behind will the Canadians be when they return to their home table. They really do have, I think, their best Garlando team playing. It's really how you would want to load your lineup, is to have the last 2 legs with your best on the opponent's table and the best on your home table. Certainly the Canadians, I believe, do have their best player in Originello, although certainly you can make a case that Januzzi and maybe even Gabriel are in that same class. But for me, it's Originello who is your best player, with Januzzi close behind. And of course, Gabriel also a master player. So we'll see how it all plays out. Right now, the Swiss are in control, leading 32-28 on their home table. Conceivably, if the Swiss get all 4 of these, 36-28, that would mean that the Canadians would have to score 12 on Tornado to just 4 for Switzerland. Velu. going to roll to a stop. Referee Yannick Correa helps Patrick Landol put the ball back into play. Get a bit of a lull here. 32-28 the score. Back on Marco. Looking to pass to Velu. Lando. Looking for our first goal on Garlando here in this segment. It's going to sky and then spin back to Laurent. And Pacon Marco with a bull shot. Makes it 32-29. Again, every goal that these two French Canadians can score here on Garlando will benefit whoever, and in this case it's Originello and Lee, plays for Canada on Tornado. And of course, the team of Ziegler and Salzgeber would still need only 4 goals should their countrymen get to 36 first. Ziegler and Salzgeber have already shown they are very good Tornado players. Having to get 11 in this case against them would be tough. So the more headway that Velu and Pacon Marco can make, the better for Canada. But right now the advantage, I think, certainly on the side of Switzerland. Laurent sends that one wide. Francois Velu has shown that if he gets possessions, he can score the ball. This is Stefan Schob. Ziegler will be playing the next match. Schob strokes it home. 33-29 in favor of the Swiss. First country to get to 40 goals. And Schob gets him 1 goal closer with that one. Pacon Marco puts another pull shot on goal. One thing about the Garlando table, if you've never played on it, it's a very good shooting table from goal. The 2-rod can be dynamic. The spacing between the men is rather wide. The goal's pretty large. The men's feet are fairly narrow. Watch Billy Pappas play on this table sometime, or Kevin Hunsdorfer, the great Austrian player. They're picking up a couple a game at least from the 2-rod. Remains 33-29 in favor of Switzerland. Winner of this one would advance to the quarterfinals. Nice pass along the outside wall by Pacon Marco. Velu will set it up. Going to cut the lead to 3. Tries to come back down the middle. Nice takeaway by Lundell. With another shot on goal. Laurent there to make the stop. He puts one on goal, and as you can see, it's not that difficult to do. You execute a good solid pull shot, pretty good chance you can put it on goal. Now whether you can put it in goal like that remains to be seen. Patrick Landol with a pull shot. Switzerland leading 34-29. The Netherlands are going to advance. They lead 36-20. You would think they will hold on to that lead, although again, any lead is capable of being overcome with this particular format. That is a very strong Dutch team, though, and a pretty good chance I think they'll hold on to that lead. Let's see if Switzerland can hold on to this one, as we will move to Tornado here in a little while. And of course, the Canadians are going to have a lot of work to do, but anything's possible with this format. Landel continuing to put quality shots up the table on goal. Francois picks this one up. And can't quite hold on to it. Another shot on goal by Patrick Landel. Schob. Stefan takes his time. Trying to come near side, and there is Pacon Marco to make the block up into the air and off the table. Watch here as he gets that man barely on that shot attempt from Schob. Jim Stevens with you from Murcia, Spain, as we wind things down here in this round of 16 match in the men's national team event, the World Cup. Reminder that tomorrow, our first match, our quarterfinal, will be at 10 a.m. Central European time. Some of you may just want to stay up late tonight in America or around the world, as that hour can be a difficult time to watch table soccer if you're not in Europe or perhaps Africa. Another chance here for Stefan Schob. And he strokes that one home to the far side. It's 35-29 as Stefan Schob took his time and hit it deep to that far corner. Chance here for Bellew. Francois. Jokes that one home. Francois Bellew really taking his time on this possession. Then drills that far corner. 35-30. When we switch back to Tornado, it appears Canada will still have a lot of work to do if they're going to come back. But each goal they can score here will make it a little bit easier. And of course, for the Swiss, you don't want to give them any more. You want to head over to Tornado and maybe make it 10 goals or so. Now Bellew looking to make it 9 if he can. Tried to come near side. That looked like the hole was there. He sprayed it wide. Rebound comes back to Pacon Marco. Laurent almost losing it. Comes back to him. And that one up the table off a man in. It's 35-31 now. All right. Watch here as he again puts it on goal. No, that one hit off the 3-rod and angled in. Break for the Canadians. 35-31. Stefan Schob Hoping to close it out right here and move over to Tornado for the very last leg of the match. Schob. Stokes at home. So Switzerland will head back over to the Tornado table for the final round here. Leads 36-31 thanks to that from Stefan Schob. Mario Originello in the forward position. Sean Lee at goal for Canada. Thomas Ziegler in the forward position for the Swiss. Pascal Salzgeber in the goalie position. Canada needs 9 goals to win. Switzerland needs just 4. Here we go. Originello. Comes back to Lee. Sean Lee fires it on goal, and Originello with those quick reflexes, able to grab the rebound. I think Canada's got to feel pretty good about having this guy in this position. This is a guy who's known as a closer, a big game player, and he strokes home the pull shot here to make it 36-32. Thomas Ziegler, who showed he's a very good Tornado player as well, but he can't connect on the pass. Here's Sean Lee. And fired home here. 36-33. Canadians need 7. The Swiss need 4 after that one. Swiss bench now getting a little bit nervous. The Canadians moving forward on their seats in anticipation of what could be a tremendous comeback, and they're one step closer. It's 36-34. Boy, Switzerland has been in control for most of this match. As you see the block back in. But you've got to close. In this case, you have to close on the opponent's home table. It's got to be a benefit. If you have your choice, you certainly want to close the match on your table. 36-34. Sean Lee. Off the outside wall, just looking to clear it with authority, which he does. It's picked up here by Pascal Salzgeber. He fires that one on goal, scooped up by Ziegler. Boy, every possession so important for both teams right now as Thomas sets it up and has it blocked up into the air and off the table by Lee. Bit of a rough start in this match for Sean Lee, but down the stretch here, he is coming up big. Sean will put the ball back into play. 36-34 Switzerland. And Lee again from goal. Sean Lee coming up huge here in his final leg as he again is able to score the pull shot from goal. 36-35, and we've got a timeout here. Certainly a good time to call timeout for the team of Ziegler and Salzgeber. Things have really tightened up. The Canadians needing 5, Switzerland needing 4. The winner advances to the quarterfinals. The loser finishes in a tie for 9th. Thomas Ziegler will put the ball back into play. Ziegler angles that one towards the goal, kept out by Lee. Sean with a pass. Doing it defensively, doing it offensively. Sean Lee gets the ball to his partner, Mario Originello, who can tie it. Trying to go long, blocked and taken away by Salzgeber. Lee again. 36-35. Lee able to clear the zone. Pascal Salzgeber picks it up. Zigzags up the table, hustled after Mario Originello, then grabbed by Mario on the 5. Originello with a chance once again to even this match up at 36 apiece as he sets it up against Pascal Salzgeber. And strokes it home. 36-36 after Originello drills that long pull shot. Ziegler trying to get a possession on the 3 rod. That one kept out again by Lee. Lee with a pass angles towards the goal. Salzgeber able to keep it out and hold on to it. Pascal. Originello with a block on the 5. And there is Pascal Salzgeber with a push kick from goal. Huge shot from Pascal. And the Swiss back on top 37-36 after the push kick. Angle towards the goal, picked up here by Salzgeber. So that was the first goal of this segment on the Tornado table. And another one! And a timeout called by the Canadians. This time, no kick involved, just a push. Both teams now have used a timeout. You get 2 total for the entire match. How about that? 38-36 lead for Switzerland after 2 huge shots from Pascal Salzgeber. Tomorrow is going to be awfully exciting, folks. Originello puts it into play. That one knocked back towards Lee. Sean with a pull kick on goal. Rebound grabbed by Mario. Looking to cut the lead to 1. Originello. Looking at that split and then finding the hole. Salzgeber showed a big split. And Originello found it. 38-37 now in favor of the Swiss. Ziegler has that one stolen away by Originello. They have done a good job of controlling Thomas Ziegler here in this tornado leg. Originello will set it up, looking to tie it up. Mario will reset. Shot attempt blocked and taken away by Salzgeber, who has scored the last 2 times he has had possession of the ball. Look out here. Push kick down the middle. Lee keeps it out and holds on to it. thing about Originello, he also has the option of shooting the snake shot. He has 2 different main series. We've seen him be successful with both. It's an option. Tomas Ziegler just trying to get a possession here on Tornado. Lee with the clear. Originello can't hold on to that pass through the lane. Remains 38-37 in favor of Switzerland. First team to 40 advances. Another shot on goal for Pascal. Boy, has he put on a great shooting performance here on Tornado these last few balls. Originello has that pass blocked and is able to pick it up. He'll regroup and try to get it through, but doing a great job defensively on the 5 right now, Tomas Ziegler. Originello through the lane and kept out by Pascal, who sends it back the other way, and it results in a possession for Tomas Ziegler. Swiss leading 38-37 as Ziegler sets it up against Lee. And strokes it down the middle. Match point for the Swiss as Ziegler finds the center part of the goal. Originello will get a possession here. Looking to cut the lead to 1. Mario. Try to come down the middle. Salzgeber, who has been huge, makes the block, and it comes to Ziegler, who tries to advance it. It goes off a man and in, and the Swiss hold on to defeat the Canadians in this round of 16 match, 40-37, and Switzerland advances to the quarterfinals. Here it is, the final play. The pass attempt by Ziegler off a couple of men right through Lee, and it's over. Valiant comeback from the Canadians after falling behind early, but Pascal Salzgeber with 2 bombs from goal help his team to come back and hold on against Team Canada as they advance to the Elite 8 here at the 2019 ITSF World Cup of Table Soccer.
I'm here. I can't hear you though. Are you too lazy to walk up here?